Okay, next I want to talk about something that was highly requested when we put together this training, which is creating promotions. And I want to show you some examples of some promotions. Before I do, I want to talk to you a little bit about it. My father, Harry Glazer, used to, one of his favorite sayings, and I love quoting him. Now that he's passed away, I actually quote him more than I ever did before. But he said something which is, when looking to conduct a promotion, any reason will do. And that was pretty astute of my father, but the important point is that you do need to have a reason for doing it, but you don't necessarily have to have a great reason for doing it. As you'll see in a second, I'll tell you about the number one promotion where there's believability in actually creating them. So let's move into this couple. I'll give you a couple examples of some promotions. The first one is the holiday marketing. And actually at the web store we have you can go to Glazer Kenny web store, and we have a terrific manual swipe file and CDs of all different kinds of great holiday promotions that I done in my business. Yannick Silver did it online, and a lot of our members entered a contest to show their best holiday promotions. So if you're looking for some real shortcuts in creating holiday promotions, that's available to you at the web store. But people are very conscious of holidays, and they tend to be very responsive to offers logically linked to a given holiday because it's in their mind. It's entering the conversation that's in their mind. So like one of the promotions that I've created many years ago is our famous Thanksgiving promotion, where we actually send out a Thanksgiving greeting card to people around Thanksgiving time of year. And actually, I'm not trying to sound blasphemous, but I actually teach people to stop sending Christmas cards to your customers because they're inundated with Christmas cards around the holiday time of year. But Thanksgiving cards, when people very seldom get get cards in the mail for Thanksgiving, is a great time to send out a card to people. And what better time to thank your customers for being customers than the season of being thankful, Thanksgiving. So once again, this is a promotion that I really have always found to be great, and it's another example of a holiday promotion that you can use. But you could be using promotions for any kind of holiday: Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, patriotic holidays such as Memorial Day, Labor Day. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Matter of fact, there isn't a day of the year that doesn't have a holiday somehow associated with it. This particular one, let's just go back and look at it quickly on the big screen. Is sending out a very nice Thanksgiving card to people. Inside's a nice message. In this season of gratitude, we give special thanks for your friendship and support. Best wishes for a joyous Thanksgiving holiday. And then you just put your name on the bottom and the name of your company. And then I always say that you should turn it into a direct response strategy. So inside, I always have here, please open this only after you finish displaying your card. So again, if we move the camera back to me for a second, you'll see that here's the card, and inside there's this insert that goes in there. It says, please open only after you've finished displaying your Thanksgiving card. Now, I don't know this statistically. I just have a good feeling about what I'm trying to tell you is true, is what I believe to be true is they open it up right away. They don't put their card on display first. They open this up right away because the curiosity kills them. So then if we go back over to the big screen here, you'll see that there's an insert that goes in the card, and inside that thing opens up, and inside there is an offer in there for people to come to your place of business. And we've used these for dental offices, chiropractic offices, massage parlors. I mean, there isn't a business that hasn't used these. This is one I use for my own retail business, and I particularly like doing a premium or free gift that comes in, which is always increased response. So there's a good example of how you can use a holiday promotion. Let's talk about the number one most believed reason for delivering an offer, which is what I told you about before, which is anniversary marketing. If you have a business that's been in business for more than 1 year, you can have an anniversary, because every year you have an anniversary for that business. And it is the most believed. We know through a lot of surveying that anniversaries are the most believed reason for delivering an offer. People believe that when you have an anniversary for your chiropractic practice or for your mortgage business, whatever it is, that there's a reason to make an offer. So here's a great example of one from original BGS member of mine. It was a Big and Tall store in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania called Tory Big and Tall. And then, as you can see, it's, after 63 years in business, we're doing something I never thought we'd do, and he's actually giving them savings certificates to come into their business, which again is just tied into 63 years in business. And there's components to this, such as the envelope that's on the outside and the certificate that goes in the inside. But it's just a very, very nice direct response piece in order to tie into a promotion, which is the most believed promotion there is. The next one is discount gift certificate promotion. And if you can do this one, I really recommend that if your business has a business where you can sell gift certificates, this is a very smart thing to do, especially if you can do it around the holidays when people are looking to buy gift certificates. That's because on average, 18% of all gift certificates never get redeemed, which allows you to discount them because 18% never get redeemed. And 96% of the time they are redeemed, the recipient will spend more than the face value. So you can, if you're giving them if somebody's buying them and giving them as a gift, you get a new customer to your business. People are going to spend more than the face value, and amazingly, 40% of the time, they'll spend at least twice the value of the certificate. So it's a win-win-win promotion, and I love these when they apply to any business that can sell gift certificates. Now, here's an example of just a gift certificate that we used at our menswear store, which is take 20% off every gauge gift certificate you buy. We let them buy them, and they get 20% off. But we knew that 18% of them never get redeemed, so we didn't mind giving 20% off. But we also knew we get a lot of new customers out of it, so it was a great promotion for us. We would always run it every year around the holidays in order to get new customers to come to our menswear stores. Here's the next one I'll tell you about, another promotion, which is this promotions of chance. And everybody just loves them. I mean, listen, you can't help but go to Las Vegas or Atlantic City and see how much people sort of love the concept of being involved in gambling, if you would. So they like the whole idea of being able to win something. So promotion of chance is one that you can think about doing. The one that I always like the best is the one that I'll put up here on the screen, which is the secret sale, where actually, let me hold it up for you, maybe we can see it better here. You see this little silver place here, you could actually scratch it off and you can find out what your savings was. So it's a promotion of chance where you get anywhere from 15% off to 20% off on here. We would mail these out. We would tell people not to scratch them off. If you scratched them off and brought them into the store, it was invalid. But if you brought it into the store, you'd have a savings of 15% to as much as 50% off. And once you brought all your merchandise to the counter, you'd scratch it off and you'd find out what your discount was. And it's just a very, very good promotion, because promotions of chance always would get a good result. The next one in our list is what I call a disaster promotion. And this is kind of a strange one. This is the one actually where when people know the story of the first time I had lunch with Dan Kennedy, and I showed up with this big stack of stuff that I showed him this disaster promotion that I ran in my menswear store. And the reason why these work is because since it's newsworthy, you can often turn lemons into lemonade. And in my menswear store, we had a flood. We had a sprinkler that went off one night, and we came in the next morning, and the 2 floors of my store were flooded out. And we made this insurance settlement. And what I decided to do is turn lemons into lemonade. And what we did was we created one of my favorite form of newspaper advertising, which is called the advertorial, which gives me an opportunity to talk about advertorials to you folks. And this is where you create an ad which looks like editorial copy. So you want to copy the look of the newspaper as much as you can. In our particular case, our local paper in Maryland is the Baltimore Sun. So I made it look like a Baltimore Sun article. And I actually wrote it in a way that it looked as though that it was newsworthy, but the fact that we had this swift insurance settlement, we were offering 30% off all of our merchandise in the store, passing the insurance settlement off to our customers. Very newsworthy. As a matter of fact, no pun intended, we were flooded with customers in my store for weeks after this, and also tongue-in-cheek. It was almost like, how can we have a flood like this every year? And you can take these and you can turn these, once they're successful, you can do a lot of cool things with them. When in this particular case, this was an ad we actually ran in the local newspaper. It was so good that I actually reproduced the ad and I created a hot sheet to it, which I sent out to all my customers, sending them a copy of the ad with his, I don't know if you saw this the other day in the Sun papers, as you can see, due to the sprinkler malfunction, we were selling everything downtown at 30% off our normal discount prices. I just want to make sure you know, hurry, this stuff is going fast. And it was, it turned my advertorial into a direct mail piece, and then it was still so successful, I took it into radio. So I actually created a radio spot. This is the script for the radio spot that we did for this disaster sale. So we used multiple media. We used newspaper, direct mail, and radio to promote this, and it was a hugely successful promotion for us.